thank you. All right, we are back to our Nextjs application. We have just created a connection, and I want us to test this connection. Actually, we cannot test it just like that. We have to create a model, then we then call it somewhere to test whether what we have created is working correctly. So for us to create model, look at what we are saying. For us to create model, we have to create it from the project folder, and then we create a folder called what? Model, the name of the model. This name should be the name of our collection in the DB. Okay, so you can check the name of the collection here. Which of the collections are we? Okay, we are using restaurant, right? Restaurant. This is the database, I think. This is the database name, and we have this restaurants as a collection. Is it restaurants as a collection? Yes, we have restaurants as a collection. This is sample restaurants is the database, right? From here to here. This is the database. Sample restaurants, and restaurant is the what? Is the collection, like the table. So for our own case, that's what we use. So first of all, you create something here. Call it folder. You call it what? Model. Then in the model, you create a class. A class or something. Then you call it restaurants. But how you call it? This has to be capital, right? Restaurants. Dot what? The jazz. So this is what you do. So what are we doing there? What do we do? Can we see something here? Yes. So this is what you do, and then this is where you create the model. This model is based on the Mongoose specification. So please let's look into this. Yes, it's correct. But then we can't do anything. We have to look at what is happening here. So restaurants. Okay.
We have to do there's a marking of the entities.
Yes, this we have to introduce this address. Address is an object. Okay. I'm thinking of something. I think what we should do is let me create our own database, please. That will simplify our work. We are working on IHR, and I want us to talk about enrollment, right? Yeah. So the database name, let's give it card. Sorry, IHR KDSG. Let me say DB. Okay. Then the first collection, while creating database in MongoDB, you need to give out first at least a collection. Okay. So the collection, let's say enrollment. Okay. As a collection, please. Then if you need any preference or so whatever, you can just click on this to create. Okay, so can you see we have created a collection here? We created a database here. Can you see our database name? So please let me replace in the .env, right? Is it? Let me replace this as the what? Database name. I think this would be easier instead of us creating something from this sample restaurant. Yes. So this is the DB, and I
But
think
you didn't do with this name of the enrollment. That enrollment posting.
that should be the model.
Okay.
Yes.
That will call.
Yes. So here, instead of saying restaurant, let me delete it. You can rename. There are some things sometimes you don't understand. Sometimes you have to do something, you know, it's gone already, it's gone. So you don't have problem. And roll. Sorry, let me cut it. Let me get it from there. Enrollment. Enrollment dot what? .js. Then you create your what? Your model. Let's be careful about creating this model. This is how you create the model. What do we need in enrollment? We haven't showcased anything, right? But then we can create some things right now. So I can now say const enrollment schema. You know, this is the schema, right? Enrollment schema equals to new schema. Of course, you need to import schema. Open and close, and then terminate. Then you introduce the entities, the labels, I mean the fields needed. First thing is maybe we need name of the staff, right? So you can say what name, and it should be what? String name. There are other ways of doing this. This is a shorthand. It's a shorthand. Maybe with time we showcase how you do it, or where you specify whether it is required or not required and all that. But then for now, let's just take this name and email, also string. Next, phone number. Thank you. Phone number, also string. Next, address. Let's say staff number after name.
Sorry, sir, that schema from that enrollment schema, we didn't put the DTA before them.
Where?
From top, constant.
Okay, yes, I'll correct it. Staff number. Then if I need timestamp, then I'll create it this way. The timestamp, created at, edited at, you understand? So you do it this way. Then timestamp, you make it true. It's a Boolean value. Timestamp. Timestamp. Okay.
Instance of the time. After the
Yes, schema. So we are done with this. Then, if you want to make it used, if you want it useful, then you now say what? You export it as what? Enrollment. This is what we use. Then you check. You know, sometimes if it is loaded, it's going to be a problem. That's why we are bringing in. Actually, the first thing you do is just to say model, then just say model into name of the name of the file, that is name of the what? Name of the class, which is what? Enrollment. Then comma, name of the schema, which is this. This is how you export what? Model. But then, of course, we need to introduce, sorry, then you terminate. But here, if it is already in the memory, in the cache, there is going to be a problem. It will pull out a given error message. So what you do is to check whether it is in the model or not. So you now say model question mark dot what? Dot enrollment, name of the what? Class. Then you now say oh. So if it is there already, then it doesn't have to create it again. It's like what we do with ready state. When you have created, you don't have to, okay? So this is another method of, you know, there are some kinds of things here, kind of a little logical things. Huh? Where?
Oh, enrollment, export enrollment goes to model, not model. Export, line 14.
Okay, thank you. Model. That should be S here. Models.
Yeah, really?
Yes, you check if there is. You know, this means O, right? If it doesn't exist, then you should export it again. Thank you. Then next is we do what? Okay, we have already connected to MongoDB. So where do we test this? We now create an API. This is very important. Very, very important. Here my own case is product, and your own case you put in your own something. Okay. So API, you now go to API. We want to start doing the backend things. API, it should not be product, name of your model. Okay, what you are doing, what do you want to do? I want us to check on this, please. Can you see this? When I click on enrollment, okay, this is what I want to do. I want to check on enrollment. So I'll go and create a route in the API route. You know, this is front-end route. When I click on upload, it moves to what? Upload, right? When I click on enrollment, it moves to enrollment. So what is the route? How do I do route in the backend? So this is the simple way of doing the route. How you can get your enrollment things. So you come here, come to the app and create a folder called API as it is. Then inside it you create what you want. Inside it I want to route to enrollment, right? Where I can do enrollment, or where I can view either a route or I can, you know, I have get and post, right? For post is what you are creating, get what you are retrieving, right? So for now we will do retrieve. Even though we haven't entered anything there, but I will go to the MongoDB and do something. So I will now say enrollment. Can you see I added S here for me just to segregate? But they are two different things. They are not same. They are different. So enrollment as a folder, then inside it you create, you know, according to Nextjs 13.4. If you want to do API thing, you now introduce what? Route dot what? .js. Then we write everything here. So part of what we are going to write is here. Okay. I think this will simplify. So first thing I need to export this method. Of course, it's a function. I think it's going to be async because there is going to be await here, and then it is a get function. Okay. So async. Async, and it will enable await. So firstly, you declare, you see what I told you, because data is going to be changing. You don't just say, you know what. This means array. I've declared it as an array. Data declared as what? As an array function. As an array. Then, if you want to be making use of this success to know whether it is success or not, you set it as true. Let success you can make it false if you like, so you know how to handle it. It's just a Boolean value. Then try what? You try catch. Let me write it in a full something. The try catch, this it will catch the error if any. But then what we want to do here, you have to create connection also here. But then creating connection here, of course, you know, we have created a connection in the Mongoose. You can just call that Mongoose. And I think that is what we are going to do. Look at, I think this is our connection, right? Is it? So here we have already done connection. All I need is just to call this Mongoose connection. I invoke it, right? Is it not? So Mongoose connection, right? Is it not? Yes. Now, are you guys afraid? This is what you do. You now say, yeah, that has to be await, but let me write this first. Mongoose connection. So with this I've invoked it, right? Because it is a promise. Since it is promise, then I will now say await. It is returning promise. So you give it await. So this now I've connected, but if you have not done that connection, that means you want to connect it here. Then you should do all that we have done. Okay? Huh? Connection? Let me see. DB connection. Yes, you need to invoke it. I don't know whether it has done that for us. Mongoose connection. And no suggestion. Of course, it should import it from DB, right? Am I Mongoose connection?
It already gave you the authorization when you are putting the method.
You say?
It gave you this now. So I'm sure it will.
No, it hasn't. Because it's not there. It should be at the top here.
Mongoose?
not mongoose, the connection itself. Yes, but I didn't invoke it. It is now invoked.
You invoke it,
It is now invoked. You would have seen twice. You have seen it twice. DB connection. You know, sometimes it is failing that IntelliSense. Thank you for this. I think even for this connection, we are supposed to call this mongoose. Mongoose. What is it there? It should be. Oh, I'm sorry. I did not install mongoose.
The thing is, when you go with the default function,
Install mongoose is not installed. I'm sorry. I've skipped something here. Please, come here. Come over here. Look at this. We have skipped this. We didn't install MongoDB and we didn't install mongoose. That's why it is not pulling out that. So let me quickly do that. npm I mongoose, right? Then this also. Kagaji. What gani wake?
Because initially from that place, that's their getting a function, it will import at the top.
Yes.
It will import the
Is that you have to install the package? Let's wait for it. Why is it taking time?
That invoking will work.
Huh?
That invoking will work.
Yes, after the installation.
That invoking will work.
Yes.
Let's go to the national name bracket. That's what we are really doing.
It is still installing. I don't know. Maybe we should continue while it is installing it, right? Let's continue. So where are we? Okay, right here. So we have done the connection. Now we need to call data and save. Await, right? I want to write query that will call all what we have. It will get them all. Await dot find, right? The enrollment dot find. This should be our model. So our model is enrollment dot what? Dot find. This is a query. It will find it for you. It will get all that you.
So within that bracket, you can specify what you want to find.
Yes, of course. This I want to find everything here. So if you like, you can console log it here. So you see everything here. You can see console log. console log what? Data. Then at the catch, you state that it is not what? It is not successful. Then we are going to return as well. There's this command we call this next response. It's from Nextjs. So if it is at the catch here, so the status of data is false. We have success, right? Can you recall? We make it what? True. So you make it false, then you give us the message. You can now say the message is whatever you have. Error. So the message here you say, you can now say plus. This is the error instance. Okay, so here you can write the error you want to represent. You can say record not found, and then the success here with regards to the volume value given to it is what? Is false, right? And the success here is what? The success here is what? Is true. So it has been set to true already, but then let's confirm it. Success here is true. Then you return. This is what gives you your data in JSON format. Okay, then you return. No, you return Nextjs. This is an Nextjs command. Next response. You format it into JSON. What are you formatting? Data, since it is your result. This is very easy for you to get your record. Yes, I think this is done. Then for the Mongo, hey, what's happening? Let's just go. In fact, the MongoDB is npm I MongoDB. You can write in full or do whatever. So as it is now, we can test our application from API. But if you want it tested from the UI, then you have to create where you want it tested. So I think we should do everything so we can maybe finish in the next, like, say 30 minutes or something, or let's say 20 minutes even, because this is all we needed. So our page here, the page for this is page for account. Where is the page for enrollment? This is for upload. This is for employment. This is header. Let me check from here. This is API, right? So I need data enrollment. So this page here, let me write something for me to be sure of where I am. Let me just say h2. Let's retrieve the data here. So let me see, is it coming? Yes, it's coming, right? So that means we are here, right? So I just tested. So now please let me quickly add a data into, this is our enrollment, this is the collection. When I click on it, collection here, then insert document, right? So yes, let me pull out the enrollment model like this, and what we have here, okay, where is it? This, I think. Yes, let me give it we need only small portion of this. Yes, good. So the first is what? Name. So you add something here, add a field, sorry, first here, name, Ibrahim Bashir, Kasu graduate. Name, staff number, let's say KDSG, this is just an example, say 2023 for example, 001. This is just an example. Next is another, what is this? I'll just add one record, just one record. Add field, email. What says the email? Email, let me say Ibrahim at ccl.com. Next, phone. Phone number, there is number, right? Phone number, it has to be same. It has to be same with what you have there. Phone number 08123130009. This is my other number. Address, number 1, sorry, address, the name of the field first. Number 1, Yakubu Gowon, Way, Kaduna. Insert. It says document inserted. That's good. That's correct. So let's see it, if it is inserted. Can you see it has given it dash ID automatically? Alright? And then these are the names. So this is okay.
Within that on model, aren't you including ID?
You say?
Aren't you including ID from that model?
No, you don't include the DB gives ID automatically.
Okay, so it will come with it.
Yes, it will come with everything.
Within our model, we don't have ID here.
Yes, it will bring it. No issue. That's how it is. Wallahi Ibrahim kana bibiya. Java tagara ka so. So here we have added the document. So let's continue. Okay, please let's look up something here. Let's look at something here, please. Let's look up page enrollment. This is where I am. I said let me test this, right? Please let me make it H1. I want it to have same formatting with H1. So let's see what will happen here. Can you see it has gotten its formatting? Maybe some of you understood what we have been saying, globals. It will globally define anything for you. So I don't have to give it this color. I don't have to give it padding. I don't have to give it kind of font type and all this. All right? Yes. So now we are done with this. So what we do next is to retrieve our. So from here, this is our method. At the top here, you create how to come up with your how you get your data. Inshallah, we'll finish this thing before we call it a day. Okay, let me do this so we clearly see what we are expected to. Who are those making noise? That person making noise, you come and do your project right now. It's not inside. It's not inside. Naji. Then that's on Naji kana chemi is inside. It's not inside. Where is it inside? So I want to call my result as res or res. And what do I want to do? You know, we can use fetch or Axios, right? Is it? I don't know why version of 13.4 of React we normally use fetch. We use fetch instead of but I think Axios also works in this 13. I haven't tried Axios in 13.4. So I think it's also work. So I fetch it. Please, you have to be very careful while writing this. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. The first thing I do is to create a function here, and this function I give it function is a function name. Function I want to say get data. You can say get enrollment or whatever you want to give it name. Yes, it's just a name. Okay, like this. But then I want it async. So let's see if I write this without writing nothing. What came again? Okay, I thought this is here. Mauna da kauce mura dala da mana kofar za mu ji inda ganin ne ko daga can da nota su bude su sa fanka. So this, when I say const, that means this is my variable, but then this is the method. It's a method that calls, that interact with our what? Please, maybe you do this for you to understand what we are doing. If I want to interact with the backend, with the API, what do I do? This is what I do. Okay? So I will have to specify where is my backend. Okay? Where is my backend? You can tell me. It's in API, right? But then before API, because you know this will go through a URL. Before API, where is it? It is under localhost, is it not? So you can now say HTTP what? /what? Localhost The localhost is 3000. Please, we have to be very careful here. If you do not write correct things, it will not work. API. The API here. Okay? API means this. This is our API, and under it we have what? Enrollments. Enrollments with S. If you do not write it correctly, it will not work. Because I've been trying that and it has been giving me problems. Enrollments with S. No, enrollment, you stop there. Okay? Then there's something we call these it's an Nextjs keyword, it's an Nextjs command. You know, it's regarding if you are this, since it is an API, it's a server side, then we say what? You say catch no store. We shouldn't store anything for you. But if it is from client, we can store it on the catch, and it's not a problem. So I think okay, sorry, it is inside it is in a curly braces. Okay, yes, it's correct, right? So but then this, the question is this: how do I call this after fetching? Then I have to give it a variable name, is it? Yes, let me do backward something. I have to give it a variable name. That I'm giving back, you know, variable name, and then I have to define this as const because it's not changing. It is not changing. All right. So I'm done with that. Now I have to ask myself, of course, it's either I fetched something or I do not, is it not? So if res, what is res? What I've given it, please, let's introduce our weight here. So if no res, that means if record not found, is it not? If no res, this is also a Nextjs, something. If not, it returns what? It returns something. You can give it what you want it returned. Yes, you give it something. What do you want it to return? Wait. Yes, you can click here to add it for you. Okay? So you can say record not found, right? Or enrollment not done, or start record not found. That is if it is not there. What if it is there? What is if it is found? If it is found, you just return it. Yes, you return res, of course, and it's true. But then you need to put it in JSON. But please look at what we have done here. We have just declared a given method here, and this method is not part of our main method here, which is enrollment. Is it? Is it not? So then we need to do something. We need to call it within. Then from there we map. From there we do what? We map it. So how do we do? Then you need to give it another const. And then here, don't call it res again, please. What are we doing? We are doing enrollment, right? You can use something. You can say enrollment without s, or with s if you like. Enrollment equals to what? Oh wait, since it is that, and then I'm invoking it. I'm invoking it. This has to be what? Async. Before function, you write async. You can just do this. It will give it that to do it for you. Sometimes, yes, I prefer doing it that way. So this enrollment is what we are going to be using to do what we call the mapping. This is how we do mapping. If you map it,
this same, I understand something. This same mapping the same way if you want to post.
No, the mapping. No, get.
If you want to post.
Forget. No. Route. If you want to post, instead of saying get, you say post.
But you do this in your UI.
In
this model in the UI.
UI for posting, you create UI that will enable you to post. So for get also you do that UI, but then you do it for all event.
Okay.
Yes, that's what we are going to be doing next week, inshallah.
I mean, this is getting difficult.
Let me see if we can try something here. If I say slash from here slash API slash what? Enrollment. What will happen? Yeah. Like something, okay, record not found, success record not found. So something is wrong somewhere. Record not found, Mongoose is not defined. Alright, so you see it has given us the, who guess where this? Why we say that arrow, next there, arrow, if it is not there, it gives you the arrow. Yes, so it's telling you what's happening. So you don't even have to, I think, look at what's happening here. So let's go to the model. It says what? Mongoose not defined. Mongoose not defined. Yeah, we don't define mongoose. So can we do that now? Schema. But I'm just checking on something. Like we did not even call mongoose here at all, right? But no, please let me check on something here. The schema we should call Mongoose. We should call Mongoose somewhere. Okay, it has been. No. It has been defined. It has been defined. Please let me pick it from my other project here. I don't want us to waste time. Where is this? Where is the model? Models. Okay, I defined it as yeah. So you see, this is what we should have done. All of these model schema are to be imported from where? From Mongoose. Schema, model, and models. So please, let me do that. You have to be very careful. Import schema, models, and what? Model. From what? From Mongoose. You see, these are things. If you do not follow how they are being done, actually, your application will have issues. And I think I've defined it as okay. Models. Okay, no issue. So since I've used models here, let me make it models. I've used models here with S. Let me make my okay. It's already models I've used. All right. No. This is not my project. Nextjs. Let me make it models. Renaming it. Since I've used it there. Models. Models, right? So if you check, maybe you refresh. Record message not defined. Mongoose not defined. Where have we called Mongoose?
Maybe I have to go in the connection.
Even in the connection, I think of course. Mongoose, of course, yeah. Yes, you import Mongoose from. This is just Mongoose from Mongoose, right? Yeah.
Import
Import. Mongoose from Mongoose. Okay. Mongoose from Mongoose. Then I think also from enrollment and no. Page in enrollment models. Here the API route. Here I think we mentioned Mongoose, right? Mongoose connect. Okay, I think it's okay. Okay, can't resolve, not found, can't resolve Mongoose.
It's supposed to be supposed to be just normal import Mongoose.
Yeah, from Mongoose.
Not from normal import Mongoose. That's why I can simply go there, export default function to import everything by default.
Let me see. Okay, this is Mongoose connection, right?
Yeah. Main Mongoose dependence.
What is this? Okay, it's trying to import only Mongoose like this.
The main dependence of Mongoose.
Import Mongoose now. Import Mongoose. From Mongoose. Terminate. I think did we call Mongoose here? Is there anywhere we call Mongoose? No, if Mongoose is not called, unless maybe if Mongoose is not called, you don't need to. Environment. Mongoose connects. These are the only things we have used. Oh, sorry. You know, once you are eager to do something, then the quality of it is reduced. Let's see what will happen now. I wanted us to finish this so that next week we concentrate on posting. We post from Windows, from what do you call forms. So this now API. I'm trying to get it from API, and API in the enrollment, right? Enrollment. Okay, import Mongoose from. Let me see. Import
Connection
can't resolve Mongoose. Does it mean maybe our Mongoose is not? Oh, look at what I wrote. Mongoose instead of Mongoose. That's why sometimes I don't want to write it myself. Mongoose. Look at what has been written. Can't resolve Mongoose.
I want this Mongoose sorry.
Huh? Yes, I want to check whether Mongoose has installed correctly. Mongoose is not there. This has wasted our time. It has wasted our time. You know, it stopped. I thought it has MPNI Mongoose, right? Hi, this video is lengthy. Let us just maybe get what we wanted from API, then we stop. Then by next week maybe you conclude how to populate it. No, we are going to populate it and then we showcase how you can make use of it inside table, inside wherever. So it is now that it has installed. I did not run it. have to take all steps into considerations. Actually, we are supposed to have split this into like 2 lectures, but I wanted us to do something because time is actually going. I was caught unaware for other class. So API is still saying successful, not record not found. I think enrollment is not defined. This is the error. Enrollment is not defined, and this comes from. I think I'll stop this video, so I will search this. It comes from API, from route. So it's telling you that enrollment is not defined. Enrollment, where is it? Okay, I think let me do something here. Is it no enrollments? Huh? Okay, yeah, it's true. Enrollment is true. Yes, the model itself. It wasn't defined. It has showcased and it's moved back to something. Error app enrollment page where find is not a function. This is an error message. I know what it is. But please let's see this in our next class instead of wasting time here checking. Of course, enrollment wasn't defined, and it is defined now. App enrollment, no. App enrollment page, no. This is not. The enrollment we are looking for is from model. Yes. So app enrollment page will not work. App models, app models, and then yes, enrollment. Yes, this is the one we needed. Not app enrollment page. I don't know, is that how we have spelled it here? Yeah, enrollment. Enrollment. Is that how it was spelled in the MongoDB? Yes, enrollment. Let's stop here so we finalize in the next class. I think it will save our time. Thank you.